reconcile with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics.
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Darius Taylor, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weir, I want to publicly apologize to President Weir. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Baka, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? To answer these questions plus many more, John K. OK and Princess Elessa Vanche Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9. Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? Now people come and pay. How are we the EPA with me? Not easy on us. We the market here. Say not we the
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you told us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest press not stable? No job, no food to go on the table. No justice for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest assured your kids can't go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping for the breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. Promises you made you and your rescue team. Stay, we're not saying changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but they Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but they Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people turn on like you. That's what yama 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 yama. I will like drama 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 drama. I live you all sama 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 sama. I just wanna ask you one question, that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. Stay, we not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give. I just wanna ask you one question, that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. Stay, we not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question, that who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is certainly the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Oliver Kine. I'm here today on a lone presentation. My able deputy Alexa is not here today, and of course we're going to be running till the end of the program on today's edition. There are too many things to talk about in the Republic of Liberia. The country Liberia is heavily challenged with too many issues. Ranging from the breakdown in the rule of law. The rule of law is crumbling under this administration. It is becoming so increasingly disturbing on the part of our people and country for the government to continue to disregard constitutional order. The last time we saw partisans of the Liberty Party rather, and affiliating political institutions to the current administration misusing government vehicles. At the recent Liberty Party program in Monrovia a couple of days ago, we saw a government vehicle being misused. Liberty partisans were seen in a pickup belonging to the government of Liberia. That's what you see happening. Don't be surprised when you find political party folks attached to the government riding police vehicles in this country for campaign. This is purely lawlessness. It shows disregard for constitutional authority and so forth. But again, the main conversation on today's edition has to do with a statement made in Bunk County by the Vice President of our country. VP Jeremiah Cohn called on the government of Liberia. In fact, he said the government is doing everything, but the issue of job creation is a problem.
But we're not seeing changes.
Okay.
So
according to a publication by Punch FM in Monrovia,
CDC and Unity Party.
The Vice President made it clear that the government of the Unity Party, the quote-unquote rescue government, the government is doing a lot more for the people of Liberia. The only challenge they got is the issue of job creation.
I say,
And so we're going to be discussing the statement made by the vice president.
ask you one question, that will you give the rest?
We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking about that particular statement.
The people what they want, then you say you give the rest.
And motorade, there are other issues we're going to be talking about. The judiciary is becoming an area of concern with the issue of juror selection being manipulated by folks within the authority of our country. The capital arson case is still on the docket. Liberians are concerned. Liberians are eagerly anticipating. Liberians are eagerly anticipating the outcome and the closure of that particular case. The Capitol building fire case. We are told that the juror selection process, is still an issue of concern, with allegations of the government of Liberia trying to meddle, trying to interfere, to tamper with the jurors. This is totally uncalled for, and so we're eagerly waiting. We are hoping to see what will happen when the particular trial actually begins. That's what we anticipate.
I just want to ask you one question, that will you give the rescue?
Just as a staffer from the office of the vice president was linked to the issue of drugs negotiation, whatever the case is, in the Point Four St. Paul Bridge area, just as a staff of the VP was linked, to a particular drug situation, that the same way we'll get to know one day who really burned the Capitol building. I repeat, one day, people will confess as to what they did with the Capitol building. One day, this political trial will be over and we'll see the real people who burned the Capitol building. But again, there are too many things to talk about. The Honorable Representative of District Number 7, Monserrate County, very angry, walked out of session, an angry man. He was angry over the fact that a particular bill he proffered on the floor of the legislature was rejected by his colleagues. What Emmanuel Dunn was trying to seek to achieve is the fact that he would not want people to go to hospital, and because they do not have money in the hospital, people can treat them. He would not want people to go to hospital and their relative die. Then the hospital sees the dead body until people can pay money before they get the body, but people to go bury. He's seeking for the entire public health law to be amended. That's what he's seeking for. It's a whole big document. But Representative Emmanuel Dunn was able to express his frustration and dissatisfaction in his colleagues for downplaying what he considers a very, very pivotal law in our country. We're going to talk briefly on this particular situation. Why this is going on. We want to say how's up to all of you, our people, those of you who keep listening to us from across the country, the different parts of the globe. Remember, on today's edition, we continue with the cash giveaway on 87.9 on November 29, which happens to be the birthday of Omen Samsaya. Man CC birthday is also on November 29. And at the same time, we also have the Freedom Win Liberia anniversary on November 29. So on the 29th of this month, we're going to be giving several cash prizes on this radio. There's some of you who will be winning, some of you who will be winning $5,000. Some of you will be winning. Some of you will be winning $10,000. There are folks who will be winning $15,000. We're going to have folks winning a bag of rice. We're also going to be having people winning, electric fan, rechargeable
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime and it, don't take law in your hand for the real authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do well for your safety. If you see a don't keep it, you must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam.
The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we'll leave it right there. We will leave it right there on 87.9. There are too many things to talk about. Too many things to talk about in the country. Okay, all right. So we're having a lot of issues with our internet. We are hoping that it will be resolved very, very soon. But how's up to all of our people, how's up to all of our people position on 87.9 on 87.9 on your dial. I want to say what's up to you, all of you, our people. We are trying to settle some technical issues here, and that's why you see we're still struggling to to get our pace. But we are good. We're good. Let me say shout out to all of our people from the Bablafield community in Nigu Town. That's the Lagoon community in Nigu Town. I'm sure the Nigu Town festival was very, very wonderful. It was a good one. Our people in Nigu Town are so receptive, and that's why every big program happening in Nigu Town, we will be there. Yeah, we will be there. Beyond being there, the lawmaker of Niku Town, Honorable Dixon Wulawi Sibo, is a people-centered individual. I don't know the politics of the district, but what I know, the man that I know, is a regular person, very regular, very very regular. I mean, that's who he is. I mean, he doesn't give you anything, material, but his ability to look at you and consider you as a human. I mean, that is the most important thing, and that's why people like us, we take to George Weah. George Weah will consider you regardless of where you come from. I mean, he want to roll with you. He want to operate with you. He want to talk to you. He want to eat with you. He want to have conversation with you, and that's how Lauli is in the district. I mean, I'm told that's how he is. I mean, while we can jump and put any food you're eating, you all operate together. I mean, he will talk to everybody. He will sit down, play with the people, do stuff, and I mean that's how leaders should be. Leaders are not demagogues. Like my brother Abu Sheri would say, it is demagoguery, and I'm sure Abu stole that from Buffer goggery, to want to consider yourself small god when the people get you one small position. People like we see with in that kind of category. And so we want to say how's up to our Negro Town people. You have a very good lawmaker. When you're tired with him, let him know. But I'm not too sure you are tired with him. We're hoping that you guys will work together for the common good of the borough and the country as a whole. That's exactly what it is. But there are other issues we're going to be tackling in the country. But first and foremost, we are getting a very disturbing news from the Capitol building. We are getting a very, very disturbing news from the Capitol building. But by the way, let me say before we go to the news from Capitol building, we are told that the speaker has threatened a journalist. I don't know how sure is that. Okay. How sure is that? We are sure that the speaker has threatened a journalist. Yeah. We are told the speaker has threatened a journalist. We're gonna look into that see what is the situation. So we're told that Speaker Richard Cohen has threatened a journalist. Let me try to see if we can play that one. Yes, and that will start the conversation. I don't know what the situation is, but the speaker is the third most powerful person in the country. For the speaker to reach to a point of threatening a journalist or talking in such a way to a media practitioner. The last time we saw the speaker burst, order the destruction of a journalist gadget. Winston Blyden phone was damaged. It had to take original countrymen to replace Winston Blyden's phone. Today again, Speaker Kuhn, this should not be happening in our country. This should not be the order of the day. It is wrong. It is an attack against the free press. President George Weah passed the Abdullah Kamara Press Freedom Act in this country, decriminalizing free speech, upholding the Table Mountain Declaration and other international treaties intended to safeguard, the free speech, situation in the country. So it is counterproductive to any country, where you to see individuals in the category in the status of the speaker going to that extent of using words that may appear to be threatening to a Liberian journalist. That's what we are being told. So we are trying to get the clip to that effect, hoping that we'll play the clip to that effect. While we're into all of those issues, we're going to keep reminding you that we are having serious investigation. We are investigating some Bokos road construction companies in the country. We are investigating. We have received tangible information concerning some of the Bokos construction companies in this country. Some of those companies do not have the capacity to do the jobs they have been given. Some of those companies do not have the capacity and they've won contracts. Their contract performance, survey is so poor. They do not have what it takes. And we're going to be naming and shaming those companies in the coming days. Trust me, we're going to do that. Every single company in this country, road construction company that falls in the category of Bukos entities, trust me, those companies will be named. They will be shamed. Their owners will be mentioned. Those who own them will be mentioned. Those who are protecting them in this government will be mentioned. Those who are protecting them outside of government will be mentioned. Everything about those companies will be mentioned. Because you know why? When you win a contract, from the government, the money being given to you by the government to execute a particular contract is the Liberian people money, not your power money, and not your personal money, and not free money. So when you do not have the capacity where you go construct road, after 2-3 days, the road starts sinking. You go because you do not have the capacity, you do not have the equipment, you don't have the technical know-how, you are not willing to train people, to hire, a real train people. I mean, your bare road in 2-3 days. I mean, 2-3 months, the road start to crack. It start to sink. Western resources, government will have to take extra money to go and do road maintenance. I mean, so we'll be naming some of those companies in this country. We have gathered a lot of report on those companies, and trust me, we're going to start. From all indication, they do not have the capacity to perform. So yes, we have it. We have all of the documents, but we will be taking our time to come up and provide sufficient credible information. In fact, some of the very entities that are into conflict of interest operations. Yeah, you saw and you saw. I mean, we're going to be talking about it, in the coming days. But the Regico audio is refusing to play from here. So let me see whether I can get it from this angle. Let me see whether I can get it from this angle. Then we can proceed from there. Let me see whether I can get it from this angle.
Maybe we come here with you. Let's talk about the leader of that Coro. We are not video recording talking. That's anyway you cry on. We put your machine. Let's talk about the legal. But Coro, they told together we call us talking not to catch on. Not believe it. For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. Let's talk about the leader of that Coro. We are not video recording talking. That's anyway you cry on. We put your machine. Let's talk about the legal. Macron, they told together we call us talking not to catch on. Not believe it. For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. Let's talk about the leader of that Coro. We are not video recording talking. That's anyway you cry on. We put your machine. Let's talk about the legal. Macron, they told together. For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. Let's talk about the leader of that Coro. We are not video recording talking. That's anyway you cry on. We put your machine. Let's talk about the legal. For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. Let's talk about the leader of that Coro. We are not video recording talking. That's anyway you cry on. We put your machine. Let's talk about the legal.
Yeah.
For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. Let's talk about the leader of that Coro. We are not video recording talking. That's anyway you cry on. We put your machine. Let's talk about the legal. Macron, they told together we call us talking not to catch on. Not believe it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we will try to establish contact with our Capitol Hill correspondent, Gerald Morris. Where is Gerald Morris? We'll try to establish contact with Gerald Morris. Gerald Morris is our legislative reporter. You heard in the audio. You heard in the audio the speaker saying this session is not. Gerald, you got to leave the noise. Okay, Gerald will have to leave the noise and get to us. So you heard Richard Kuhn saying this session is this session is not legal. Anything required with JU. What? The speaker is threatening to jail journalists for recording things that he is not saying in his bedroom. He is saying it in the chamber of the legislature. The legislature got something to call executive session. When executive session is announced, journalists do not have access to executive session. That one is understandable. Journalists and non-legislative individuals. In some instances, the very chief clerk and other people, they can be in an executive session. Only lawmaker can go sit down there. In some cases, extreme cases. You know that one. You are in your regular chamber, and you started to say things like you are not in an official terrain, and so media may not want to record now because an open session. They may not want to record some of the things you say. Maybe you are saying some inappropriate things as lawmakers. Maybe you go sit down and start talking about women minute. Or you go sit down and start talking about arranging unrelated governmental issues. And media may not want to record. Then you say you start to threaten them. I mean, this is an attack on press freedom.
For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal of that Coro. We are not video recording talking. That's anyway you cry on. We put your machine. That section was illegal.
Okay.
For the plans, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video required talking. That can't be when you cry on. We put it on Machimani. That section was illegal. But Koro,
Yeah, news.
for the plans, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video required talking. That can't be when you cry on. We put it on Machimani. That section was illegal.
All right.
For the plans, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video required talking. That can't be when you cry on. We put it on Machimani. That section was illegal. But Koro, they come together because I start talking not to catch up. Don't believe it.
Okay. All right. So you hearing it? That joke with joking. That joke with joking. If we catch up, that is a threat against the media. So the government of Liberia, the United Party government, where the speaker is from, is there threatening. Is that threatening? Is that threatening? To deal with journalists. If somebody say, I will deal with you, you must be fast. Because the person has intentions. We're trying to establish contact with our legislative reporter. We're trying to establish contact with our legislative reporter to see what is happening, to see what triggered that decision. I mean, we want him to tell you live on the radio because we got the intel prior to the show, but I want you to listen to it. Listen to it by yourself. Listen to it by yourself. I want you to listen to he himself, the very legislative reporter, so that he will tell you what is happening. Look, this is wrong. I mean, we'll go to the real topic for which we're here today, right? But this is wrong. Look at our speaker speaking. Look at the speaker. I mean, listen to how he's sounding. I mean, no different from the Watersa, Rayler, regular Yanam Bar Hustle, terrain. I mean, this is wrong. This is wrong. I mean, listen to the speaker, man. Listen to the speaker. Listen to the speaker. You are in a public space, bro. My dear brother, you are in a public space. Brother Richard Kun, you are in a public space. You're not in your bedroom. This journalist did not go to your bedroom and take video camera and go put it to you while you're taking bow or you're sitting down on the combo. No, that's not what he went to do. You were sitting in the open chamber. You did not call for executive session. If you call for executive session and journalists decide to sneak out or hide under the pews or hide behind the curtains to listen to what you're discussing in executive session, oh yes, you can arrest that person because they are trying to evade privacy. Because once you announce executive session, it means the but why you see journalists sitting around and you start talking unrelated things, maybe gossiping somebody or talking something detrimental, when they record it, you better talk to the man politely to delete it or not to publish it, because if the man decides to publish, he is right. Because you made a statement in open session. The reason why the man is there is to cover the legislature. But why two persons are going to be lecturing in a place? Look, man, like I'm going to place. Don't you think the journalists, who will want to record that? Don't you think the journalist will be aiding the Republic of Liberia in identifying any potential, individual who could want to pose harm to the facility or to any other member of the legislature? So you don't stop people from recording in a public space. People should understand this thing. You don't stop people from recording in the public space. That's a public area. Look at the way the man is sunning. Look at the way you are sunning. Yeah, look at the way you are sunning. Look at the way you are sunning. Yeah, I want you to listen to it again. Listen to it again.
Yes, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video required talking. That can't be when you cry on. We put it on Machimani. That section was illegal. But Koro, they come together because I start talking not to catch up. Don't believe it. To the press, this section is not legal.
To the press.
To the press, this section is not legal yet. Even if you come here with you, this section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video because they're talking. They're carrying when you cry out. We put it on my team. This section was illegal. But Koro, they told together because I start talking not to catch you. Don't believe it.
Can you imagine the man extracting and knocking your head on the table when we catch y'all? But the speaker got gunmen. No, maybe you guys do not know. Maybe you guys do not know who is threatening the journalists. And I hope the American embassy and the other people, of course the American embassy got people listening to these radio stations. Every single radio station in the country got some kind of agent from the US embassy and other embassies listening. So I know. The agent assigned to the radio station from the embassy, please listen and listen very well. This speaker is the third most powerful person in the history of our country. I mean, in the Bali, not body politics, but the governance structure of our country. It is the third most powerful person in the republic. Anything happens to the president and vice president simultaneously, the speaker is in charge of the country for 90 days to take us to election. That's how powerful he is. That's how powerful he is. That's why he got gunmen. EPS men with gun, police men with gun, their own private security board with a big body, and they said they get their own private guns. That's how powerful he is. That's how powerful the speaker is. And so when the speaker is threatening media people, it's concerning. It is concerning. The President of Liberia should step in. When you listen to Speaker Kun, he said, they're joking, we're joking here, and we hear it anywhere. No. You want joke, go sit down to a cigar bar. If you want joke, go to the club. If you want joke, call your friend into your house after the money. You sit down in your living room, you bring your beer, you can bring your whiskey, you bring your stout. The man who can smoke opium, you bring opium there. You'll be smoking your thing, you'll be joking. But in the chamber of the legislature, that place is not for joke. No, it's there for you to go joke. In a playground, the playground at Invincible Park, the PSP Park, you can go there and go play. But journalists left their radio stations to go and cover the legislature. They are in the chamber of the House of Representatives. And you start discussing unrelated things. No. That's why when we're coming out in school, in the classroom, the teacher will tell you, you have it quiet. Cease the noise. If you are not reading your book, you are not supposed to be discussing footwork and everything in class. I mean, those were things that we had to learn because in the future we will bother with it. But the practical example, so that you are not supposed to be discussing unrelated things in a particular area. So you see now, you start discussing something outside of your whole operation. You suspended that journalists started recording and getting evidence of some of the things you were saying, and we will get the information on all of the things you guys were saying that prompted this threat. We'll get all of the audios, we'll play them on the radio, and all the radio stations will play them. What were you saying? That you did not want to get to the public. If you did not want to get to the public, then you will go to executive session to have it discussed, or you go to your living room. Call your friends to your living room, call your lawmaker from the majority black. Y'all go to your living room. You carry your food paper soup there, your whiskey, your beer, your stout, your kinju, you carry everything there. Man, who can smoke opium, you carry opium there, everything you're going to do with that. Nobody will hammer you to that place, that your living room. If journalists go in fact, how journalists enter your fence, the EPM in there, will not even allow you enter. So if journalists manage to go in the fence and go record and it means that journalists looking for your own trouble. But you in the people's chamber. The Liberian people's chamber, the place they can discuss. The journalists are all Liberians covering the building, accredited by the House Press Bureau, reporting for different media entities. And because you suspect that they are recording your unrelated and perhaps dangerous things you are saying that you did not want to get to the public, and you threatening that you will deal with them, that's a threat against press freedom. And we hope the Americans, the Europeans, and our people from ECOWAS, we hope they are listening. We hope they are listening. That's how regime can start to attack people.
Yes, that section is not legal yet. Even if you come here with you, that section is not legal to get Koro. We are not people are talking. You're carrying when you're crying. We put it on my team. That section was illegal. But Koro, they told together because I start talking, no, catch you. Don't believe it. For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video required to talk you. That candy when you cry on. We put it on my chimney. That section was illegal. But Koro, they told together because I start talking no to catch you. I believe it.
You hearing the man knocking the table? Catch you. Oh. No, this is wrong.
For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video required to talk you. That candy when you cry on. We put it on my chimney. That section was illegal. But Koro, they told together because I start talking no to catch you. I believe it. For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video required to talk you. That candy when you cry on. We put it on my chimney. That section was illegal. But Koro, they told together because I start talking no to catch you. I believe it.
This is jungle justice. No, this is jungle justice. So that the man recorded the place, we recorded conversation, you go catch you with JU. Man, stop, man. I mean, you got to stop it. You want to cramp down on press freedom? You want to muscle the press? Oh, the government is resorting to muscling the press now? At the place the government now reach? To start muscling the press? To start attacking media people in the country? Or is that the level at which... I mean, listen to the speakers. You listen to the speakers making the threats. Listen to the man making the threats. Listen to him. What do are you? Can you imagine? Whole speaker. If I also come threatening you and say, oh, also not get capacity. But the man got gun people and say, what do are you? What J you will lock you up.
Yes, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video required to talk you. That candy when you cry on. We put it on my chimney. That section was illegal. But Koro, they told together because I start talking no to catch you. I believe it.
My dear, that it right there. That it right there. That it right there. That it right down there. But let's see what I can talk to my correspondent. He's currently in a position that is not suitable to talk. Let me see whether we can talk to him. Quickly. Let me see whether we can revert to him and have this short interview, to know exactly what the situation is. But this is alarming. the speaker cannot be sounding this way. I mean, this is scaring. Our speaker should not be sounding this way. It doesn't look good. Oh, yes, why it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. On the most serious note, it doesn't look good. It doesn't at all. At all. It doesn't look good. The speaker should not be doing it. Yep. The speaker should not be doing it. The speaker should not say that. No, this is risky for the country. It's risky for press freedom. I'm concerned because we are press people. We fall in the fifth estate. I mean, the fourth estate, rather. We fall in the fourth estate. My dear people, we fall in the fourth estate. This is a violation of the freedom of the press. It is against the Constitution. Freedom of the press is against the Constitution. This man did not sneak in your bathroom to go record you while you taking bath. I don't say you're taking bath, you're shaving and go record you. No, you're in the chamber of the legislature. Hello? He has the right. Once you did not call for how you call this thing, for executive session, he has the right to record each and every individual who will say whatever in that place. It level you to see whether it is newsworthy or not. It is not at your discretion. As the speaker, it is not at your discretion to tell any journalist what to record, what not to record. If a particular gathering is not meant for journalists, before you start saying the first thing, before the first statements are made, that place the journalists will be notified clearly. Start talking some unrelated thing and you suspect that they're trying to get you on record, then you start threatening them. No. It is scary, no, man, people. But the country will not go to the era where media people will be threatened. No. No, we're not allowed it. Gone are the days where somebody or a group of people will think they are more Liberians and that they can run a tyrannical regime where critical voices will be targeted. No, gone are the days. If any government try to do that in the country, that government will feel the weight. Because nobody come and go put the tail between their legs and act scary, and succumb to intimidation and suppression. No. If backup mafia, they ain't taken from Doe and other people and Tubber, nobody gonna take it in the 21st century. It's not gonna happen. It's simple that when they come in there and Yaya Nimle, they ain't taken from Charles Taylor, nobody gonna take it on the kind of dispensation. So nobody should ever think about that. We are a civilized people, and that's how we should be. We are civilized people. The press should be left to do her job. If you do not want the press recording you, don't talk recklessly. If you do not want wrong contents to come from you, don't talk recklessly. Don't talk things that you are not supposed to talk. The thing that you can do in your bedroom, you not see the press reporting it? No, because they're in your bedroom. But when you go to the public, whatever you say there, the press will report it. Oh, that thing the man go talk, you threatening your life. You're threatening to jail him. That they rescued government were to doing so. Let me play it one more time, then we'll go to other topics. Keep it coming into *255*1#. We'll soon go to the winners box and start to pay people here on the platform. So the more you play, the better your chances are. Well, listen to the speaker again, Speaker Bo. Then we'll go back to another topic. Listen to him.
Yes, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you and you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video recording talking. That candy when you cry on. We put it on my name. That section was illegal. But Koro, they told together because I start talking. No, do catch on. Don't believe it. For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you and you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video recording talking. That candy when you cry on. We put it on my name. That section was illegal. But for the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you and you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video recording talking. That candy when you cry on. We put it on my name. That section was illegal. But Koro, they told together because I start talking. No, do catch on. Don't believe it. For the press, that section is not legal yet. Maybe we come here with you and you. That section is not legal to get Koro. We are not video recording talking. That candy when you cry on. We put it on my name. That section was illegal.
Threatening the press. Threatening the press. And that is what Liberia is now turning into. The rescue government is now gravitating to a suppressive regime. No, but the country will not allow Richard Kune and Joe Biden to run the country into tyranny. No, it's not going to happen. No, Liberians will not allow that. Trust me. There are certain things Liberians will allow you to do. Liberians can allow you to steal money and go pay $10 million home for you. They'll leave you and wait for election to flock you. Liberians can be hungry to see you go buy a vehicle $1.2 million. They'll leave. They'll leave. They'll wait for election to flock you to vote you out. But you won't control Liberian men movement. You won't control Liberian men talking. You won't control Liberian men freedom. No, you're in trouble. An attempt to want to tell Liberian men what to say, when to say, where to go, when to go. To do that on the Liberian men, it mean you ready now for trouble. No, trust me. Forget that one. We can allow you ride private jet as a president, no problem. Go do it. That's what you want. That's what you choose. See, you lie to us here, you're not ride private jet. We can allow you ride private jet. Go and ride private jet. I want Liberian men when I get issue with you. We can allow you take $10 million out of our money and go for you and go pay your BB property in for you. We can allow you do that one. We're not get issue with you. We can allow you do it free of charge. We'll allow you do it. But to wake up and tell Liberian man, don't talk. That Liberian man, you want to tell, you want restrict to talk. You want restrict Liberian man to have access to information. To control where he can go, where he can go. No. I mean, by the time the government start going to that land, it means the government already packing her bag now to leave. It means the government already packing her bag to leave. You can't do that one to the Liberian man. Liberian man will not take it. Yeah, Liberian man can sit down. Oh, the president will bet 10 million in love. Oh, where leave it? Probably yell out, where leave it? Oh, about two vehicles from Dubai. Each of the vehicle at 600,000, other one at 600,000, at 1.2 million. Oh, but probably too loud to leave that one. I can't tell Liberian man say you don't talk, don't do the one. No. You won't come to the Liberian man and suppress him. You got to be, look, you gotta kill him first. Yeah, you gotta kill Liberian man first to do that one. And you're gonna do that free. But it's very pathetic though. It's very pathetic. I'm hoping that our guy could join us, but from all indication, yes, he told me he is in a public transport vehicle, and it is extremely difficult to talk to us until he can find means to get down. That is how technical. I mean, that's how difficult it is at about the moment. So, yes. That's where we are. That's exactly where we are. Okay, so we'll leave it right there. I'm told some people want to make their input on this conversation, but before you call, just for a few minutes, maybe we can take about five calls on this particular topic. Yes. We can take about 5 calls on this particular topic. 5 calls on this particular. About 5 calls. But before you call, bear in mind, the speaker said, "Yeah, well, let's joking. We're joking when we all recall it. Yeah, recall it. We deal with jail." He started threatening them. You're not sort of joking that place. That place not a joking place. But let's take 5 calls. 806-500-104, 776-104-104 are the numbers to join the conversation. We take 5 to 6 calls on the topic. Then we go to the next conversation. Let's hear God's help. Go ahead, Gus. You heard the speaker.
Yes, into this image. You know, it is quite unfortunate to hear the Speaker of our National Assembly or our National Legislature speak the way he spoke on that recording. He has forgotten to know that he's a representative in the church. Speaking like one guy from the ghetto in the attempt to clamp down on press freedom or freedom of the speech or of the press is very much unfortunate. And these are things that the Liberian people were not counting. They were not paid to go sit in a national or political theater to crack jokes. They were elected to go, or they are being paid to go and make laws for us. And if you want to go and crack jokes or talk things that has to do with boyfriend and girlfriend or how to steal money and whatsoever, you should go back to it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We'll talk to the other person. Go ahead, 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you, thanks. You getting me?
We're getting you loud and clear.
You official put me with a breast movement. I don't know why. Because when we call civil government, they are behaving they too much children. And then the one for our country crime. Yeah? Or I get a man, someone will say, don't tell me next time I go here if I tell what I do. I don't go there, man, sit that guy. Because you're being a no to hear that to be educated. Not know because somebody with a speaker. You know, now you want to pull a camera and say, oh man, I go up. So everybody go up. Whenever they say, well, can I ever let that place go? Ever when you go up, everybody will take it. No. That fucking ever. Is there something we want to put a bag you want to say that I bring for? What's that now? Is here? Let me confuse, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave you quickly. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. Go ahead, quickly.
As it was in dress because some of you can join you from a resident we have this was the same speaker we remember say destroy a journalist a gadget who unfortunately when situation went through with wisdom bloody. Today we see this speaker again going and threatening our brothers and sisters who are stand there to report to us all here. But the speaker does not understand that that place is not a bedroom. The reason you see journalists are over there every day is because the whole Liberia will get gather at the legislature to get all the information from you 73 guys who will put out there. So we send our brothers and sisters who are certificated to carry the gadget over there and get the information and send it over. Then you go sit down in one small corner and feed that play like your girlfriend, boyfriend discussion, or like your king you shot and you're supposed to carry some conversation. What are supposed to be? The Liberian people, some of them now when we get to the battle, go and play again. See you verse with Georgia making one man from Gibraltar as a minister, or making or you verse with Georgia, or making one man who was in the slum as a minister, and if you go in the food against Georgia, you are doing it to Georgia. Georgia right now, where he is right now, he's very comfortable left. We are the one feeling it. But we can go to the battle and do our best again. I trust all we are Liberians who always do the best for us. Thank you for having me.
We leave you right there from rehab. Let's go and talk to at least about four other callers. You heard the speaker. This person, go ahead. 1 minute.
How we got here? Because all sounded like one car no longer red light. You killing me? Is that the voice of the speaker of our assembly? Oh my God. If this is how the guys who claim to be quote unquote civilized people who know better, I think they are all for. They did not bring anything to the table. All they were seeing, they were just lying and lying and lying. That place is a public area. When you go at the legislature, you don't go there to have private.
Oh my God, we missed out on this caller. I think it was a network. We hope you will be able to call us back. But let's take a few more calls on this topic. This person, go ahead.
Thank you.
Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you. I'm Special Mohammed, and I call from a pro corner.
Go ahead.
Down West Side community. Guys, I want to 100% agree with you. This government has collapsed and this government has failed. Look at the change of events in the past days. Few days ago, the quote-unquote light that I've said to Jaco light out there, he publicly told the Liberians that you will give jobs only to Liberty partisans. 2 days after, the vice president was right here in people saying the people say, over the last 2 years, go to 3 years, we have failed in providing jobs for the Liberian people. And then you see the speaker of the house standing in this kind of manner, it tells you that the government has failed and the frustration is getting too much for them. And the men that they contact, that they said you are going to be for the 2 years experience there, the men had absolutely no international contact, and all of them, they are getting frustrated. The foreign manner in which the government is proceeding. That's why all of them are standing frustrated at this.
Okay.
So don't mind. We'll see more of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's go to this person. Let's hear you. Where you join us from quickly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Khan. This is Francois Ebenezer Weston. We say one of Liberia legitimate owners that joined you from Central Virginia.
We would deal with you, with like or with Jay.
You know, it is not surprising to hear that kind of janjaweed or how they call it, Boko Haram utterance coming from the person who is supposed to be our Speaker of the House. It is not strange. There's somebody whose speakership was bred out of clustering into a hotel. There's somebody who used unorthodox means, according to Madame Seri, to become a speaker. So why wouldn't he be hiding things from people? So why they say that he's discussing that he don't want Liberian people to hear for which he will be threatening like that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
What are you talking? What are you talking in the chamber? Like you'll be threatening people like that? Yeah.
Yeah. That delinquency is equivalent to a terroristic threat.
Yeah.
People be like behaving like a terrorist.
The first thing he said was we will deal with you. Now the first thing he said we'll deal with you. Then when he caught himself, he said we'll jail you.
The thing is very despicable, man. At least I ought to kind of come down to this kind of level. I don't know. What the 42-year experience that these people brought to us? Is that the rescue? They keep the rescue us there? So they don't want Liberian people to know what they are doing there. They want to keep things in the dark because people are there to tell us what they are doing. They are dealing with them. They are threatening them. Look, My brother, let's just pray God for long life, man. Thank you.
Okay, we leave you right there, Ebenezer Weston. We said let's leave you and talk to this other person on the line. Go ahead, 1 minute.
How you doing?
We're great. You heard the speaker threatening the journalist.
Yes, this mom is calling from State Street.
Go ahead.
You shouldn't take that threat or joke. We were here in Town. It was how they were doing it until they started killing the journalists. They killed Charles Beyond in the country here, and nothing came from out of it. Charles Beyond died. Nothing came from out of it. So I don't want for us to take it softly.
Okay.
Attack the man and ask the man why he did by that. Because anything they can kill any journalist and they will die. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Roger Kuhn. We'll leave you right there. Let's go back to this other person on the line. Hello, go ahead. Good afternoon, my brother. Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you. This is Washington Scoop. Not far from Diesel.
Go ahead, Washington. We'll take a few more calls and we'll go to the other topic.
This is still madness. How is Richard Kuhn taking this country to be his personal property? They want to threaten journalists from calling what happening at Poly era. They rescue people, the so-called rescue people are power drunk. That's total stupidity. Sorry for the expression, but that's total stupidity. And those journalists are argue with him.
Okay, let's hear from our correspondent from the capital, Gerald Morris. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yes, sir. Good evening, KOK, and good evening to the many listeners of Freedom FM.
What happened in the chamber today before the speaker started threatening journalists?
Today, right after the preaching, because before session starts, the pastor will have to preach. After that, they collect do roll call. So right after the roll call, only 6 lawmakers was actually present.
Only 6 lawmakers were present at the time.
Yeah, at the time in chambers.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as the journalists enter, we started to mount our trap pole, right? And the speaker said that he ordered the doorman, that is sergeant at arms, to go to the various offices to compel the lawmakers to come to session. So before all he felt, our recordings were going through, so he decided to make that statement this morning.
So we heard him say the joke. We heard him say the joke. We're joking here. The oh my God, I don't know. Just hold on. We heard him said. We heard. I'm coming, Gerald. Let me call you back. We're getting distraction here from another call. But Gerald, please hold on. We need all of that information. Properly. We need the information. Just hold on. I'm interviewing Gerald. Don't call me now. Just hold on. Okay. Just hold on. We're trying to get in contact with Gerald. Yes, Gerald. When you listen to the clip, the speaker said they're joking. We're joking here. We anywhere with you. What were the kind of jokes that they were joking? What was some of the things they were saying?
Well, actually, they were having conversation among themselves.
Okay.
They were having conversation among themselves. Why the 2 men, recording the sergeant at arms, were in the field, going to offices to compel the lawmakers to come to session. So
some of the conversations they were having were those conversations social, unofficial and stuff.
Yeah, definitely, because at the time there were no quorum, so you have them actually talking to each other, lecturing, some social and some that's what happened.
And so he said, "You recorded conversation what we're having with you, with what it goes." So how are journalists receiving the threat of Capitol Hill? I mean, what is the mood like amongst the legislative reporter, Ledger School?
Well, actually, since the inception of the speaker, Richard Kuhn regime, I think journalists are not happy because journalists have been ostracized by
the regime of Richard Namakun. So some journalists are not actually happy with the threat being directed to media practitioners. Matter of fact, even some lawmakers at that Capitol building, right, always disrespect a journalist at the ground of the Capitol.
Okay, all right. We leave it right there, my dear brother. Thank you very much. But it is clear the audio is self-explanatory. I mean, he made it clear that don't record it joking while we're joking here. Y'all do it with Jay. So did some of your colleagues? Oh my God, Gerald left the line. But we'll get back to you, Gerald. I hope you could call back. We want to know whether some of your colleagues recorded some of those on the feature conversations. But let's talk to General CC. Go ahead, man, CC. Let's hear you.
Okay.
I'm good.
Thank you for the story. Anything you're not able, you must put it down, we'll put it down. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. He's going to say, we speak up. And he approved it to the journalists in this country. To threaten journalists in the country, that's a crime. That's a crime. The journalists will be upset when you want people there that even before you must threaten them or go fast threaten them. But all of them regime, what's going on? The message of regime people, even when you see that place, even when you're talking for so long, you see the host of Senate and representative for anything and public aid. You're not in your bedroom. That was telling you in the room, chasing, having fun, and they're going to recall you. Captain will pay you, after your money, they will pay you to go to work. It's just something about it. They stop and recall you. They say, well, anybody try it, will force you and jail you. 30 people who are home, the embassy is watching and listening to Cisco Cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Then I said no. Then I said no, I said for cool. When they say ridiculous and wicked, these people are there for power. The power behind. No, they're not behind here. We want to go there. They're cool go. They're not telling that to you. He's telling to you now. He said you will jail you.
Okay.
You're planning nothing, you will jail you.
Thank you.
You're getting your reward for cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you. We'll take the last caller, then we call you a day on this topic and go to the next topic. Hello, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much, KOK. And thanks to the Freedom of the Family for the freedom will always be by the people. For the African nations, for the public, and Poga Ramos.
Go ahead, Poga.
TV for our unknown destinations. You know, KOK, taking them to be very taking left, but they very serious on the part of journalists that is putting at the front of legislature over there. Slowly speaking, those journalists left they left and then put to a race because they are doing a duty in the interest of the state. So what we just put saying, we just put a start I want to join here with the main organ record statement. There was no thing that they were put to us. You know what? It is in the constitution, freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. All of that administration, they want to begin a ticket off. But at the level you tell it, okay. You can see your video and pay a photo video, no problem with what we're doing now. You can see your video and buy your Lottery card, no problem with what we're doing now. But 40 our freedom of speech, our freedom of assembly to our heart. Trust me, you are dead dreaming. It can never happen. It will not even lie. I can see you. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Thank you. That's it. We're gonna take the last couple of yes, just two more calls, two more exceptional calls we're gonna take. Then we call it a day on this particular one. Go ahead, this person quickly. Let's hear you. Hello. Oh my God, we missed out on this question. Okay, let's see if we can go and get the last one. Yes, we missed out on the second to the last caller. Let's get the last one. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Thank you. That's Edmond Carr.
Go ahead, Edmond.
Yeah. I think if this continue, it is important that there be a media blackout on the local house because you cannot be threatening the journalist. No journalist will start recalling when you guys are just 6 persons sitting there. And the reason why he sent that threat are going out from your reporter. They want it because the number in section, can you imagine? Pastor, king, prayer, preacher, all message sitting there waiting. This clearly shows the inability of Richard Ford to manage the house. It's too temperamental. You cannot be ahead of 72 person, you make it then 73. Then you want to be too temperamental. No, you don't do that. The journalists have come to do a piece of work. That joking there, hey, Jonathan, we just do all that tutorial. Really? When you so butter, when you want to be so high on them, but this is what is on their mind. They are fighting hard to start marginalizing journalists. They are fighting hard to start grabbing journalists, putting them in jail. So he came up with it. So quickly it came out of his mouth. And that is what they want to do. You guys need to take it serious. And Richard Nangbeku is not joking with that stuff. There was no need for that thing. But this is the way of the Unity Party government. Mind you, doing Buakai twice here with Grandma Helen Johnson said it. You remember? The APS guy too. The guys at Buchanan. That you got your pen, we got our gun.
Yeah.
Unity Party right there.
Yeah, Othello Warwick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you guys should not take it light. If it continue, let there be a media black on the lower house. Thank you.
Thank you. We take the last person. Go ahead. Oh my God, he left the line. Yes. He left the line. He left the line. Okay, so we're gonna be dealing with the issue. We're gonna be having a whole lot of conversation on the issue. A whole lot of a conversation on the issue right here. Yep. Okay. All right. We're gonna have a whole lot of issue right here. Okay. It's a whole lot of issue right here. So we're gonna take a break to come back. When we come back, we have a whole conversation. Let's take this quick break to be right back. Crime Stoppers Liberia is the official sponsor of Freedom Hub on 87.9.
Crime Stopper Liberia, on the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, on the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing.
Okay. So let's come back and have a whole lot of conversation here on 87.9. So the honorable speaker. Oh yes, the honorable speaker. Okay. All right. Okay. So Speaker Kun. Okay. So just hold on. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to do something. Okay. I'm trying to do something. Okay, so let me reach out. So let me say something to our people. You see, the country is very, very, very funny. It will take the grace of God to get this country working and to get the country better. It will take this country. The grace of God to get better. The things we know about Liberia. The things we know about this country. Thank God blessing us and God protecting us. But the things we know about the country are plenty. However it is, we'll keep doing our best for the interests of the Liberian people. The Honorable Vice President Jeremiah Kun. You know, I like the man. You know why I like VP Kun? He's brave. The reason I like VP Kun, he's very brave. I almost said she. VP Kun is brave. Brave in the sense that he can do anything he feels possible to get whatever he wants. If it means pretending to like you, to get something out of you, and dump you when he's done, he can do it. He did that to President Weah and the CDC. Yeah, the CDC made Jeremiah Kun senator. CDC had thrown her weight behind either Gongo Weah would have won that election in Nimba. But that's a different day, different discussion. Why am I saying what I'm saying? Why am I saying it? VP Kun spoke at a particular gathering of recent. And it was posted by Punch FM on yesterday. This is what the vice president of our country said. Our government weakness is job creation. It has been 2 years since we took office, and our people are tired waiting. This is from the vice president of our country. This story was published by Punch FM. Punch FM is owned and operated by Patrick Honda, an official of government. So you must know say that the government subsidiary radio station posted this. In quotation, they said this is what the vice president said. Our government weakness is job creation. It has been 2 years since we took office, and our people are tired waiting. We cannot employ everyone in government, but let us create a private sector for jobs. Let's prioritize our priorities. Vice President Jeremiah Kun admits. Go check on Punch FM page. You will see this statement. And I want you to listen again. Listen as I read what the vice president said. Our government weakness is job creation. The weakness of our government is job creation. He went on to say, it has been 2 years since we took office, and our people are tired waiting. We cannot employ everyone in government, but let us create a private sector for jobs. Let's prioritize our priorities. Fine discussion. Fine talk. It is good that the vice president has admitted that this government is not creating jobs. It's good that the government is about to concede to all of what we've been saying. It's good that they are there because at the end of the day, we were on a daily basis stressing how this government is not making impact in reducing the unemployment gap in the country. And some folks in authority thought we were making unnecessary statements. For them to talk, we were saying things without. And no, let me say this to you. Every time I come on the radio to say something, I got proof. Every time we come, it's not only about me. Every time you see any media man come to the radio station, all of our shows, from Freedom Morning Rise with my brothers Abu and Hagar to Esther and Wendell, when we come here and we say, he said, this man is black. Don't argue with us. We'll bring you a whole black color. It's a whole editorial policy at the radio station. When we say that thing black, if media make it clear and talk something to the radio station where you not get proof for, I'm the manager. We will take action. We make sure that everything we say on the radio station are things that are backed by facts. Now, how we can do it? And so that's why when we're saying things on there, it's good for both those of you who are listening, although you are not supporters of our editorial policy, but don't doubt our information, because whatever we say here, it will come to roast. It will come home to roast. That is what Honorable Jeremiah Kun is doing today, our Honorable Vice President. What the Vice President did not include in his admittance is the part that has to do with the government's contribution to that unemployment. This government has contributed significantly to the unemployment rate in this country. Instead of reducing it, they have contributed, and they continue to contribute towards the unemployment rate in the country. And I'll give you plenty of instances. Since it is the Vice President who said it, we'll go over some of the things we've been saying on the radio. Most of you who are our natural followers, you know that we have been having this conversation. I'm just saying it because the Vice President just brought it forth. The first and foremost reason why this government is not attracting new investment in the private sector, which will subsequently create jobs for our people, is because the government has decided to downplay a particular tenet of democracy and economic viability. That issue has to do with the rule of law. When you decide to run a kangaroo country, when you decide to run a country where lawmakers will be fighting among themselves, and the government will decide to arrest one side and forget about the rest of the other side. When you decide to be one-sided in your approach towards dispensing justice, you weaken the economy of our country. And I'll tell you why. The rule of law is a vital component to any country's stability, be it politically, economically, and whatever. Socially, from tourism perspective, the rule of law is the hallmark. They may want to come to visit Patawi Waterfall, but he wants to know what the rule of law is. If somebody steals his wallet, his iPhone, his credit card, is he going to get justice? If he is robbed, is he going to get justice? Those are things that the investors calculate. Those are things the investors research before bringing their investment to your country. Mr. Vice President, your government has contributed significantly to the unemployment rate in our country. A few days ago, and as we speak, few Chinese people in this country have taken the managing director of the National Port Authority to court on allegations of defrauding them. The Chinese man said they said go Dugle brought business here. Dugle tried to play 419 with them. The government is still acting blind, deaf, and bobo. What is the government thinking? Honorable Kun, what were you guys thinking? Billions and billions in this country to come and invest? When the kind of news happening in this country about government officials defrauding foreign business clients, who do you think want to come back to the country to do business? Who the fraudsters will come to pay back? And their investment will be cosmetic. It will not have no bearing on the ordinary people of our country. Hence, unemployment will remain a challenge. When you refuse to pay attention to the rule of law, you indirectly cause instability in the country. That's what you guys have done. And so you're not going to solve that problem. You're not going to solve it. When the Supreme Court said the Speaker of the House of Representatives is fanatical until he can be removed through the constitutional provisions, he remains the Speaker. Mr. Vice President, you sat there. You sat there as head of the Senate. You directed communication to a rebel group of lawmakers calling themselves majority bloc. When you were doing that, the international partners saw the violation of the laws. They saw a total disregard for constitutional authority. When you sat there as head of the Liberian Senate, presided over a budget hearing process that saw government officials going to a fake speaker, a purported speaker at the time, to go justify their budget. When all of that was going on, and you were head of the Liberian Senate and vice president of the country and said nothing, the partners were watching. Those partners are not crazy people. No, those business people are not foolish. Do you know how long it can take to make $1 million? To make $1 million is not a joke. No fully man can make $1 million. That some people can make $1 million. So you think they'll bring that money to one country and can put the money to the country where the rule of law is being disregarded, Mr. Vice President? Why are you complaining and say we ain't get jobs? Your government contributing towards the unemployment. Respect the rule of law and witness companies coming to the country to express interest or do business. But you are not respecting the rule of law. Government officials are defrauding foreign business people. They are still whining and dining with the president. They're still taking pictures with you, the vice president. And you still expect companies to come here and can bring their businesses here for Liberians to get jobs. The Chinese who were defrauded, they ran back to China and told their Chinese friends, Yin Zhao, Yin Xi, don't take your business to Liberia. One guy will take your money, he will eat it, and when you go to court, they'll be passing you around because the government will keep protecting him. That's a bad image for our country. That's a bad energy you were sending outside of the country. Yet and still, those people are passing around, you doing nothing about it. When you decide to be very selective in the dispensation of justice, in the discharge of your judicial authority in the country as a regime, it has a credibility issue on the country from the international perspective. That is what most of you do not know. That is what a lot of you do not know. That is what most of you do not know. That's what you do not know. We can't continue to run the country this way. You won the country with 20,500 vote difference. You didn't win with 200,000 vote difference. You didn't win with 300,000 vote difference. Not even a 50,000 vote difference. You won with 20,500. That's how divided the country you inherited was. And that's how it is still sitting. You came to power. What did you do, Mr. Vice President? You disrupted a whole economic flow. There were Liberians in the employ of government who were making their little $150, $200, $300. You sat there as the vice president of our country, head of the Liberian Senate, and witnessed Josiah Joker and the rest of the government send those people home. Their only crime is because they were appointed between 2018 to 2023. That's their only crime. Some of them voted for you and Joe Bwaka. Some of them voted for the rescue government. Some of them voted against the CDC for other political parties. You came to power, you removed these people from government jobs. You went to the Ministry of Transport. I know far different Liberians who voted for United Party. Today, they lost their job at the Ministry of Transport. They got appointed under the George Weah administration. People hired them not because they were Seditians, but because they were Liberians. When it became time for election in 2023, they voted against CDC. They voted against President Weah. You came to power and you removed them from their jobs because you felt they were Seditians. Because their only crime was that they got employed in government between 2018 to 2023. When you were sending the people cheering home, you were creating unemployment and you thought you were into political vindictiveness. And you come back to us, asking us and telling us about unemployment being a challenge. Don't lecture us about what we know, Mr. Vice President. Don't lecture us. Your government is failing. Your government has failed the people. You're buying time. All of what you guys are doing, you just spending the rest of your regime. Nothing tangible, nothing concrete you're bringing back to this country. You started being so vindictive. Very vindictive. I know an EPS officer who, and I argue one day somewhere, I'm not going to talk about it. That man didn't like anything about CDC. In fact, he was clear. In one of our conversations, in one chat room, social chat room, I'm not going to mention your name. Y'all go dismiss that ball. He was among the 450 EPS officers who were dismissed. The only crime is because he got recruited in the EPS under we administration. That boy voted for you. That man we must say in the same social chat room. We in the same social club together. He voted for you. You keep the power, you remove him. You were incapacitating a lot of Liberians, getting them off the job, creating hardship, creating burden. You disrupted an economic trend. Those Liberians who were working, some of them have businesses set up. Some of their businesses were transitioning from startup level to middle level before they start to grow into maturity and start establishing branches. When you dismiss the primary income of the business crumbles. So if that person will be selling color, and maybe they thought to carry another color part or another camper, they would have had chance to employ two human beings who will be facing the color, the other person playing the copper. When you sack the man who used to tape and buy the color bag, the flour bag, automatically he will no longer start bringing flour bag for color to be produced on two different campuses. Three different campuses. At the end of the day, maybe they'll start selling color one place, or the whole color business will break down because one man down. So the 5-6 human beings who are benefiting from that chain of color business, I'm just saying, for example, all 5 of them will run back to begging because the primary individual who are providing job for them to a little meager salary has been removed from government, not because he is incompetent, not because he is not a Liberian, not because he doesn't know his job, but because he was appointed to government between 2018 to 2023. Whether he wore green t-shirt in 2023 or he wore red t-shirt for the ANC in 2020, whatever the case, he was removed. Political vindictiveness. And you come back to ask us about unemployment, you disrupted that flow. You disrupted that flow. Don't tell us about Liberians not getting jobs. Oh, we have come. Unemployment remains a challenge. No, you necessitated you contributed. You contributed. The government is an enhancer of the unemployment rate in the country. A major contributor. You want to lecture us? Mr. Vice President, we beg to default. I personally beg to default with you. The government is doing nothing. In fact, it is the government that is pressurizing this country. It is the government that is pressurizing this country. People in your government stealing from Chinese people, depriving the people of their investment, and you still hoping that other investors will come to the country that can invest. Come on, man. That's like common sense, man. That common sense. We have been talking that thing all day. That common sense. Common sense. Common sense, Mr. Vice President. Common sense. Take action. Take action on vindictiveness. This thing about the man you be man, so he cannot do business. You cannot do business with him. Take action. Stop it. The government has mandated all of our operations, all of our agencies, not to do business with certain people. Some other people you drew line with, political lines with, not to do business with. Some of them got business ideas that you are suppressing out of political reason. Some other people have intention to grow extra branches across the country. For example, Freedom Radio Liberia had an ambition. We have our strategic plan. We have all of our short, medium, and long-term plan. I'm just saying it for example. We have planned to open substations across the country. To have one substation in Banga, one in Zwedru, to have one in Buchanan, and one in Cape Mount. The one who came out with to northwestern Liberia. Banga will go take it to central Liberia, Grand Bassa, will put it to War River, says the one who's ready will take it to the southeast. The government came to power, and the government is it's not doing business. No, you don't bring your advertisement to us. You cancel all of the contracts we have. There are business people who are in the country supplying cars to private administration, doing stuff, stationary, doing other things. There were business people doing their own personal business. You came to power, you started suppressing them. Instead of creating additional opportunities, you started dismantling the already existing contracts that were in existence. I mean, the contracts that were already in existence, you started dismantling them. You disrupted economic flow. Those things got consequences. The time it would take for the other businesses to grow to the level of establishing different branches, you already disrupted a mature business that would have started to provide branches across the country. We open one substation in Grand Bassa County, we'll have almost 10% there who will be working. The additional job. Okay, forget about Freedom Radio. There are other businesses I don't want to mention. I don't want to do free publicity for anybody yet. But there are businesses that have contract with Ellie, that have contract with George Weah. You came to power, you close all. You put people out of business. You ran them out of business. Government is big. You would have maintained those people and found other places to put your new people you want to bring. When the old people got the money, the new people got the money, when you put it together, there's a whole lot of money. But you made once, a group of people were working, you send them who you made them jobless, then you replace them with other people. You are not making progress. You are still keeping it the same way. You have 10 person working. You sack 10 person, you employ 10 person. No progress. You just took the fire hat from the Purple House and you took it to the Zine House. No different. You're not increasing anything. If the 10 person there, and you say, okay, there's already 10 person here, I'll bring 3 next year. Year after that, I'll bring 3 more. Before your 6 year over, the 10 you made there, it will be around 12. 13, 14. It will be around 16. 17. The progress. So 10 men had job before. When you add 7 men on the 10 men I had job before, that's 17 men. Yeah, that's 70 men. And so you don't have to do it. You don't have to keep doing that. You are running a vindictive government. And all the guys in power, when they were in authority, they used to go begging their friends in power for contracts, for this, for that. Your colleagues were giving you contracts. Your colleagues were still finding means to keep your head above the water. That's how you grow the economy. An economy such as Liberia, the government remains the biggest pooch. So when you run a vindictive kind of government, where resources will only go to a group of people who wear green t-shirt or who will sing the Joe Baka and Jeremiah Kun Hallelujah song, what you're doing, you are not expanding the economy, you are keeping it stagnated. You're keeping it stagnated. For the private sector to grow, the private sector should know nothing about CDC. It should know nothing about Unity Party. I said this to you. For the private sector to grow, for it to grow, it should know nothing about CDC. It should know nothing about UP or ANC. It should be on the basis of quality, services, deliverables. That's all. You don't go taking contracts and giving it you're terminating people contracts. You're awarding it to book cost people. You're doing this and that. And all these things can disrupt the progress the country was making economically. At the end of the day, you come back to cry to us that, the bigger thing we want to do, we're not able to get a job. Our government ain't providing job, and we got to do something with the private sector. You can do anything with the private sector when you cannot solve the problem about poor governance. The rule of law is a major challenge. You can take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Nobody will invest in a country where the laws are not respected. The Supreme Court issued an opinion the last time. One lawmaker with support from the regime considered the Supreme Court opinion as as being triggered by King Jews. And at the end of the day, that lawmaker insult against the Supreme Court triumphed. Because you know why? They ignored the Supreme Court ruling. They still kept the illegitimate speaker there until the legitimate speaker had to resign. Then the illegitimate speaker also resigned and recontested. When you were playing with the Constitution and toying with the rule of law, the partners were watching, the investors were watching. It's about the penalty you are in our country. Because you know what? Our Constitution is not secret society. The Constitution is available all over the world. Anybody can download it and read it. People have access to our laws. They know what the laws say. So when people read it, the Constitution, and see what you're doing, they say, no, that country is heading towards lawlessness. My little company that got $5 million asset or liquid cash and over $10-15 million in asset, I ain't going to carry it to that country where lawlessness is the order of the day. I might lose all my resources and I will become bankrupt. I don't want to do it. Can I see the next country, please? And the person will go to another country, read about the country, and maybe when they see the country that, the country, no government official now dupe any Chinese man before they say, okay, I can go try to the other country. But not Liberia where government official now dupe Chinese man. This is just simple. One thing leads to the other. You can't want to have the private sector getting better off when the very officials of government and the very government ain't doing anything substantial enough to attract the very investment that you need in the private sector. The government must take charge. The government must create the environment. The government must create the political climate that can attract that investment. You run a vindictive country, a country where 20,000 votes is the separating line between the opposition and the government, and you're running a vindictive country. You think the business people won't pay for high insurance? You think they won't pay high insurance? Oh, all the businesses got their insurance, they got their insurance scheme. They may bring a business to the country and you pay your insurances. In case of war, in case of fire, in case of anything, the insurance company will pay. So what the insurance company can do, for those of you who can ship cars to Liberia and ship container to Liberia, you see December 17 coming, the protest Molu organizing. All of you who shipping goods to Monrovia around December 17, let me say it to you. All of you who shipping goods to Liberia around December 17, when you go to your airline, not airline, when you go to your shipping line, and you go to your insurance companies to pay your insurance on the goods you send to Liberia, you will pay high fees. When you think you're lying, go try it. All of you who shipping to Liberia, in December, around December 17, or the whole December, you pay plenty of money for insurance. You know why? Because there is a plain protest in the country. The risk analysts in those different companies, the real Liberia for them say the men get protest in that place December 17. The protest say leave or leave. And the protest team, lead or leave. I mean, when the president can lead, he should leave. The people analyzing that protest. So they know that there is a probability that the container will come to the country, God forbid, the container owner may not receive it and there will be gang. God forbid. So in that instance, the insurance company will charge you more money because the country's stability got issue. There's a potential protest. Even the embassy will be telling people, say, around the 17th, stay around the embassy, don't go outside, don't do that one. Those kind of warning you see people sending around, that's how the insurance company can do their billing. All of you who ship in December, the 17th, watch it, the insurance company will increase the small one thing on your stock. Because Liberia will be at a high risks. I mean, that's just simple knowledge. You know, they can have it from you, but we'll say on the radio free. So the point we're trying to make here is For every time you allow a particular terrible decision to happen in the country and think you are doing politics, you are printing a terrible image about the country outside it. And that image you are printing is going to clearly deprive the country of potential investments that are supposed to trigger the job creation in the private sector. And that's why Mr. Kuhn, Vice President Kuhn, is complaining that no jobs coming. Because the government is reckless. The government is lawless. The government doesn't regard the Constitution. You walk to tenure position and you remove them because the place are your power farm. Because like brother, your cocoa farm, you planted the cocoa. You walk to a position where the act of legislation, the Liberian people through their lawmakers went to work and said, the position of General Manager Freedom Radio Liberia is a tenure position. Anybody occupying it will serve for 6 years. That person can be removed on the basis of XYZ through a particular process enshrined in the act. You come to power, you read the act, you throw it aside, you say to hell with KOK. As far as we are concerned, we're going for him. He's no longer going to head that entity. You look at Emma Glasgow, you close your eyeball, you said the nasty things, you remove her. You clear the whole LTA. And you went to Central Bank, you remove the man. You got to go behind the scene to pay him off. And I can name all other tenure positions that you went and targeted. You got it. You were breaking the laws while the international community and the business people were watching. You think people won't go to invest in country where your own law where you made as a country, you go break it. Then they'll go take their money and go invest their money there. Come on, they don't do that. They don't do that. They don't do it. So people don't be asking why the economy not better or why jobs or unemployment remains a challenge. Don't ask us that you're causing. You'll face the country. You'll start violating the Constitution. You'll start disregarding constitutional order. You'll start running a vindictive government where if you're not wearing green t-shirt, then you can't get a business. Until you can create the political environment that will remain stable, the political environment that will see businesses going to competent and qualified service-oriented business clients instead of political patronage. When you start to run the country that way, then you will start talking about progress in the private sector growing and things happening. But until then, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You want to be replacing 2 with 2. And not 2 plus 2. You'll be replacing 2 with 2. And not 2 plus 2. At the end of the day, after 6 years, you go sit on one place because they will vote you out. And you can't do nothing. They will vote you out. You can't cheat. They will vote you out of power and you're not able to cheat. You're not. No man born a woman can cheat in the country. Let me say it today. No man born a woman can cheat national election in the country. You can't do it. Oh, you run a vindictive country for 6 years, the people get tired of vote you out. You better win during the election. If you don't win during the election, you are unable to cheat any election. It's not possible because people will not allow it. No, they will not allow it. They will not. So if you know exactly what you want, you will start to act correctly right now. You will start to stop running a vindictive country. You will stop running a divided country. You will stop running a country that will start. A country that's involved with hunting people. Even in the private sector, you're running after people. Oh, VP Kun, the foreign minister of our country, the former foreign minister, Ambassador Maswa Sakimia, got an employment. He got appointed by the ECOWAS chair to serve as the ECOWAS representative to Sierra Leone. VP Kun, your government ran after Kimia's job in Sierra Leone, Freetown. You ran behind Kimia until Kimia did not get the job. Another citizen from different country in the region got the job. Kimia came back to Liberia jobless. Do you know what Kimia would have done as head of ECOWAS in Sierra Leone? His little salary is going to be coming to Liberia. His child going to open one little small little barber shop. His daughter going to open one little small little coat shop. His wife going to open one little small little restaurant. Hello? Those 3% of people that open, other people who never had job will start cleaning the barber shop, scissors. Other people who never had job to start helping the madam to be beating GB in her restaurant. Other people who never had job will start helping the daughter to work in her salon. That job creation there. Oh. But out of political vindictiveness, you fucking me out in Sierra Leone. He did not get the job. He's back to the country. Kimi alone would have provided almost 15 jobs through that little job in Sierra Leone. You went after it. You did political vindictiveness. You went after it. And you come back, you say unemployment. You are causing the unemployment. I go take 5 calls and go home. I'm so fed up.
Up and cry and make a peace for them before. From start for Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Okay, Old Man Sam Sion, let's go and take a few calls on 87.9. But that's it right there, Old Man. I just told you why unemployment is still a challenge. So VP, don't tell her. You'll solve the problem. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How are you? Let's hear you quickly. No time.
Yeah, thank you there for listening. My name is you're calling from Claratown.
Claratown, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for calling. They will find us in actuality. The whole country, the whole government, yes, that green country, now, the last very low, that green country, yes. Because why? They claim we were expecting for these people to do the bread butter issue. They tell it that different thing they do, they get breaking rules, spoiling everything. So you go there and waste your market. They even want no one is the children supposed to eat.
Yeah.
They can't see what's happening. So in real life, I tell the poor party to the poor market, watching it all in the month, they won't know. Then the vice president asked him why people not get job in the country. Okay. They asking us.
Thank you.
They say they drop everybody that ain't making the get money in the country. They spoil people children it. Not get ratting for them because they said that they keep to rescue us. Then they bring all my team in they bring in the drugs. They drop it in class and the people then selling the drugs that they take the drugs.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Virginia.
Quickly, no time.
You know, I like the way you enumerated all of the reasons why investors would not want to venture into Liberia. But more to that, when a seated senator for the county that holds the capital city of this country can be going live within the very chamber of the Senate there and crying that people from the same government threatening his life. And going as far as saying that when they hold that thing when they say Babua, they know themselves. So we want a Chinese man, or we want a Lebanese man, or we want the Caucasian that don't know those people that he know. We want to trust themselves to come to this country.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Guys, democracy for Delaware is a threat. Nobody will want to come here. It's a lawmaker who is guarded and protected that has anything can be crying on threat on his life. Then who come here?
That's right. Thank you,
man.
Thank you, brother. Let's leave you and take the other person quickly. No time. We gotta go.
Hello,
Let's hear you. No time. Quickly.
Yeah. Thank you for the explanation. You are very okay. You make my day. I'm more satisfied to the issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bible angle. The Bible says, "The hole you dig for me, you will fall inside." The enemy hole that is dug for CDC government, that one is we're going to fall in this hole. What do I mean by this? They were stopping investors from coming to Liberia. They were putting the effect on Jeru Vodia with the likes of other people. You know, our United Party saying in Liberia, telling investors not to come to Liberia because we was not the one, he was not the prominent to come and then lead this country. So they begin to vote for George Weah. Not George Weah. They done the whole themselves. Now see what is happening. They fought for money and said right in our house.
Thank you.
And the international people were looking at that. So thank you for your platform this evening.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's take 2 more. Yep, let's take two more, then we call it a day. Two more, then standing down where we come in. We take Man CC quickly, then we take one more. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. I want to remind Jeremiah that you are beating people at that legislature. You broke their hand. Nobody will come and bring and get you job. You boss people off it. Fourthly, you remove people. Who are looking at that place? They can't bring their money. Your man as people there. I know Duke. I'm going to Duke. He's Duke the Chinese man. The man on social media. They put them listening to him. They see on social media. The man Duke me. They ask me, when will I get this job to our Labrador people? Just go check it out. They consider damage. They all consider damage. We all see opportunity. They damage.
Thank you.
You will not get job because the consider it becomes bad on your government. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Man CC, let's take the last person quickly. Let's go to the line and take the very last person. That is exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Let's go and take the last person quickly. Okay, let's take the last person. Who is this person on the line? Okay, all right. I think we do have the person here. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly. Hello, sir. Go ahead. 1 minute.
I'm Moses Joseph Baga Jumasiyo.
Moses Joseph Baga Jumasiyo. Go ahead, Moses.
Yeah. I'm from Baga Avenue.
Okay, Moses. Thank you very much. We leave you right there from Joe Baga Avenue. I don't know which avenue Joe Baga built that you're calling from, but that's exactly what it is. We're gonna call it a day on today's edition. Tomorrow we'll continue with the conversation. But the last caller, you're the last person. No time. You're the last.
Good afternoon, okay. This is Robert Bakoya. You know, I said something to you before. I said you are a pastor. You know why are you preaching? You want the message to go to those people then? Yesterday they said the past government was not doing the right way. Anything that happened to this country, to our citizens, even my brothers who voted for this wicked government, everything is fine for me. We were not innocent during the war. We did not innocent. We're innocent today.
Okay.
But these people yesterday they said Joseph Waka had the experience, and you know he will not do. Look at what happening to our country. So everything happening here is all right. So don't be preaching for the people to repent.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We'll return you on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you. Bye bye.
One more freedom question.